What's going on, everybody? This is Dale from Upstate Bets. I'm here with my partner Riaz, and we're bringing you our Week 7 Thursday night NFL Prize Picks video. Basically, if you haven't joined us before, we're pretty much talking over-unders on different aspects of the NFL game. So, passing yards, rush yards, receiving yards, receptions. So, looking like that's all we got right now. We're recording this Tuesday night. We like to put these videos out Wednesday morning, so obviously lines can change. Especially with the NBA, we notice that too. That lines always are going up and down. So if you like something, make sure you get on it early, because definitely could change by the time you go to lock it in. So Riaz is going to give us our point total and the spread for this game. What do you got?
Yeah, the Cleveland Browns are minus 3.5. The over under is 42.5. So pretty low over under for the game.
And we got some key inactives for this game as well. Baker seems to be shaking up. That shoulder is bothering him. Not his throwing shoulder, but as a quarterback, you get hit from your blind side. Actually, it wouldn't be his blind side, but you get hit from the right side. You land on that left shoulder. Um, it definitely happens often, and I can see why. He's listed as questionable now. Even Bridgewater has a question next to his name here on DraftKings, but I believe he's going to play. He was limited at practice, it says, on Tuesday, but as well as he makes it to Friday's practice or whatever, I believe they're going to run him out there. He's the only one that we got a passing yards projection for right now, which kind of stinks, but he's at 230.5. Riaz, what do you think about that line?
Yeah, I love this 230.5. If you just look at his games, I mean, the only one he didn't hit here was the game he got knocked out in Baltimore, where he only had 65. But other than that, he had 334, 288, 235, and 328. So I think this is pretty low for Bridgewater for the season he's had. So I think really hammer this over.
I think this is a fair line. Even if Baker doesn't play and this game's not super competitive, I think he can still get there. I think it's not a matter of it's not like it's 260 and you're like, well, why are they going to have to throw the ball? This is going to be like a Javonte Williams type day. This is going to be like a Melvin Gordon type day. I understand that, but I think this is just kind of like pretty low for him. If he wasn't hitting this consistently, I would say, let's kind of stay away from it. But definitely a coin flip line. In my eyes, I definitely can see this going up a little bit, maybe in the 240, 242 range, to be quite honest. But as of right now, looking like an over for me. As well for Riaz, like he said, he wants to over on that. We're gonna go over to rushing yards. We got Dearness Johnson getting the start. Nick Chubb is banged up, and so is Kareem Hunt. I don't know how many uh, games he's gonna miss, but he's dealing with that calf injury. So basically, him, Dearness Johnson, Melvin Gordon, and Javonte Williams are available for over unders. Do you like any of these guys?
Yeah, Williams has been kind of proven that he's kind of the workhorse here. I don't think they want to use up Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon is kind of shaken up, but Williams, the rookie, hard runner, fast as hell. 47.5. I don't mind taking that over at all. And then touching on Johnson, I think honestly he's the only running back. So if you think about it, he'll be out there first, fourth down, doesn't matter. He's going to be out there. Denver's defense is good at stopping the rush, but you got to think he's probably going to touch the ball 25, maybe 30 times in this game if he is the only running back out there for the Cleveland Browns. So I don't mind taking this over.
Yeah, obviously Cleveland's a team that likes to run the ball, but it's easy to like to run the ball when you have like two five-star running backs in your backfield. So we'll see if they definitely game plan for it. But at the end of the day, if Baker doesn't play, and then all their pass catchers are banged up, like, you know, what are you going to do? I think the 59.5 is an easy lock for over, to be honest, just in terms of volume. I think he's looked between 21 to 25 touches. I think just in terms of volume, our volume, I think that's just an easy over. Melvin Gordon, I think that's a fair line for him too. But I just like Javonte Williams. I'm waiting for that transition where they're definitely just gonna start to give Javonte the workhorse role. Not if he's already not there by now, but I definitely think at some point in the season you're gonna start to see him get to like 15 to 20 touches. Melvin's gonna kind of stay at 8 to 10. Because he is older and he does have an injury history, and Javonte is just an exciting back. So I like over for Dearness Johnson and Javonte Williams. The Melvin Gordon line is something I don't really want to touch, but I'm not going to blame you if you take the over on that as well. It takes him one big one to kind of get there. So we've seen it before. So either way, we'll go to the receiving yards. Riaz, we have Cortland Sutton at 66.5. Odell Beckham looks like going to be heavily involved, should be heavily involved in this one at 56.5, and a couple other guys sprinkled in here. Who do you like?
Yeah, the first guy that I saw here is Noah Fant. I'm a big Noah Fant guy. We saw him finally take the next step forward in this offense. Almost 100 yards receiving, ton of targets. Bridgewater's finally understanding that Noah Fant is kind of an elite tight end, and at 41 and a half, I'll be taking that. And I don't know if I'm going to touch this Cortland Sutton. Um, I like the Tim Patrick more. Tim Patrick's really involved in this offense. I think more than in the beginning of the year you would have thought, but it helps with Jerry Judy out. But 43 and a half, I'm going to take that over as well. And then the Odell one is kind of up and down for me.
Yeah.
If Baker plays, I do like the over, but if he doesn't play, I'll probably take this under.
So I'm looking at it now. Noah Fant was limited at practice Tuesday. High belief that he's going to play on Sunday, as well as Odell didn't practice on Tuesday. But I looks to believe that he is going to be playing. I said Sunday for Fant, and I was also saying Friday earlier. I meant Wednesday, and obviously this is a Thursday game, so sorry for my mistakes. But regardless, both the pass catching backs in terms of Melvin Gordon and Javonte Williams, either line I'm not, it's not like catching my eye. I'm like, wow, I need to hammer that. I think both are kind of fair. Tim Patrick, it just depends. I like Tim Patrick as a player too. He saw 6 targets last game. He had 9 in the previous game. I think that's still kind of low for his target share, so I definitely like an over for him. Like I said, it just is a lot of variables going on in this game. Cortland Sutton, someone that can get there at the snap of a finger. He can get there in a half easily. That's 66 and a half. Definitely loved by Bridgewater. He saw, what was that? I think it was 11 to 12 targets last game. And he's um, definitely a great wide receiver. And in terms of Odell, at 56, they're gonna need him this game. I don't know who's gonna be under center. Baker seems like he's a tough guy. I'm assuming he's gonna play, um, but we never know. It could be just like a coach's decision that they don't want him to play. But regardless, Odell, they're gonna need him. I know him and Baker don't have like the greatest connection. From that's what the media portrays it to be, but who knows really what's going on over there. But I think that Baker understands that they kind of need each other, and he saw a decent amount of targets last game, not double digits, but almost there. So 56 is fair for Odell, and we've seen he can get there in one play. So a couple of these guys we do like. Anyone? Is there out of these 6 guys, who's the top that you're looking at? I think Fant for me is the top.
Yeah, Fant definitely. Even Tim Patrick's another person I'll probably have in a lot of my flex and power plays.
Okay, well that solves that, and we'll get to the receptions. Kind of similar. Um, for the backs as well that I was talking about. They're at like 11, 12 yards receiving, 2 receptions. I don't know. It's tough, but I mean it's hard to think that someone like Melvin Gordon won't just catch like 3 balls, especially if they're going to kind of switch Javante into that kind of workhorse role, and they can maybe dump a little screen over to Melvin. So I can see Melvin being involved in a flex play. But he doesn't. I don't know. He only really gets like targets like that a game, like 3 to 2. But I'm just saying, that narrative wise, if that shift were to happen, realistically, I can definitely see that. But is there anyone else here that you like? I know Fant is at a fair, is fair too. There at 4. So
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be taking the Fant. I think because it's just going off. I like his receiving yards, and same thing with Tim Patrick. I feel like there's no reason for him not to get over 3.5 here, um, especially with his usage. And even if for some reason this game uh, is way over the game total, all of these should. Well, besides the running backs, the Sutton at 5, Fant at 4, and Tim Patrick at 3.5. I see no reason why they all can't hit the over here.
yeah, I mean, I honestly feel the same way too. In terms of targets, I know last game, um, a little bit higher scoring in terms of Denver standards. But I mean, Javonte Williams has hit that 3 receptions over the past 4 games. So similar to the Fournette line we were talking about in terms of receiving yards. Here at Javonte Williams, he's hit that the past 4 games. So I definitely can see why you'd want to take that line just in terms of consistency. Son, I think that's probably the only outlier here, but it's not like it's a line that I'm completely fading. I think 5 is fair, and I definitely could see him getting 6 to 7. But Fant over for me, Patrick over for me as well. And that pretty much wraps up the video. We can look into scoring, fantasy score total. Everyone's everyone's low, man. I think Odell and Fant are very low. A little bit too low for me. I think Fant definitely can get over that. And I think Odell definitely can get over that too. And even D'Ernest Johnson, just in terms of volume alone, as well as a goal line back. I'm not sure. There's probably someone we're forgetting. They got to have somebody that they brought up from practice squad wise. But I think he's going to be goal line back, get a lot of usage. So, here it is, Demetric
Yeah,
Felton.
yeah,
So I don't know. I don't know, but it looks like Ernest is going to get a majority of the workload here. So I mean, at 12, I think that's still pretty low as well. So
yeah, without a doubt. One name that really caught my eye, I can't believe he's at 6 fantasy points, is Peoples Jones. We saw him cash in 2 touchdowns last week. Denver has a great secondary, but it seems like these quick, kind of speedy guys find a lot of openings, and he doesn't really need much to get over that 6. He's kind of the second guy in the receiving core with Jarvis Landry still being out, and at 6 fantasy points, I'm going to take that over.
yeah, I honestly I like that too. Even Njoku doesn't see a ton of targets, but recently they've been trying to get him a little bit more involved. Um, so I can see maybe why you go there. But Peoples Jones, man, I think that's kind of a steal. I think they're kind of basing that off the beginning of the season. But I think if Baker playing definitely has a lot to do with this game. So regardless, we'll see how it plays out. Like I said, it's still early right now. Um, but some news is gonna have to shake pretty soon here. So if you guys want to follow up with some news, we'll try to keep you updated as much as we can on our Twitter. We'll also drop a line for our Prize Picks over on Twitter as well. So if you want to go check that out, make sure you go do that. The Prize Pick videos have been doing awesome. We're gonna try to go as much as we can for NBA Prize Picks as well as cover these island games for NFL. So Riaz, if you got anything to say, go ahead.
No, I got much to say. Just keep watching these videos. We love the support.
Yeah, no doubt, man. So, if you guys can leave a like on this video and comment who your best play is for Week 7 NFL Thursday night. If you guys can do that, we'll give you a response and what we think. So, have a good one, guys. Peace.